Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com live recap webinar. How is everyone doing after this great 4th of July weekend? We did trade obviously on Friday and had a good day and put out that video and it got over like 140 reviews on it. And today was fun. It was a really, I love, you know, we're gearing up for earnings season and it's coming and it's going to be just huge. Earnings season is going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. But I love days like when the last bit of earnings come out for these companies like As and a few others. Then we get these small cap. It never fails. We always get these small cap bios that are either going to give us great shorts or longs today. And I'll tell you, the one that really uh, and again, B trades and Raphael when they come in here they're just phenomenal traders that find this stuff off their scanners. They spot former runners. They've been trading for years doing this, and that's why they're mods. And right around here, I swear, right around this area right here, it popped this morning solely, and Soli's a former runner. And Darkside knows it, Janny knows it, I know it. These are former runners, and but Raphael and Beatrice caught it, and right off the breakout here at 12 I think it was 11:50 actually. They were calling it a long on it. And it has been short trapping and running. We've been playing it ever since. And I'm really impressed with this trader. I think is Bali. Bali had 2,600 shares and took it up for about a buck 50. So I mean, yeah, it'll probably be an annual now. Um, I've traded this three times since the alert and I did very well on it. And I didn't have to really go huge size. Just I got my piece. It was really nice. Hey, Ricky. And um, so I took a small little piece up here. Kind of a crazy trade, but I thought, you know what? I want to give it another shot. This will be my fourth time, and I added a little bit here. So my average is about $18.17. So I want to see if I could take out high today or 18.30, 18.40. I do have stops around 17. And I just think it's short trapping right now and gonna make another move, one more solid move to the upside. Still early, um, and uh, and that's what I'm doing with it right now. But my whole point is, if you know how to look for these, it's a low floater, it's moving on momentum, it's got the massive volume behind it. Um, the buyers behind here are just shredding this upwards. I mean, it has just been a very, very fun trade. And even if I lose a point. It's not going to kill me uh, for the size that I have on it right now. But I just really enjoy trading stuff like this. And it for days like today, where the market's down 100 points and, everybody's trying to trade Apple and all this other stuff. I love it because a lot of these rooms don't know how to trade like a Soli. And we were calling this thing out, just pinpoints. I mean, from myself to Fire to B trades. I mean, what you just have to chart it out and give it ranges where it could go. Let your traders know. If you take small size, look for the short traps, identify them. I mean, this stock has room to go right here to 19, right there. It's already past this area here, 1829. So the next stop would probably be 1853 and then 1887, close to 19 right there. So we're going to see if it does it. And if it does, great. And if it doesn't and it fails, then it fails, But on the way up, it has just been a blast to play today. So going to definitely be doing a chart out for them. And you know what I like to do is I like to educate traders, because a lot of traders out there, they get shaken out left and right, like, oh my God, it's over with. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And it's like, take a chill pill. Here's the flag breakout. See the short trap? It's moving upwards. It'll break out. I mean, we were calling probably 16 from 14. I mean, it was pretty identified from 13 to 15, and then we were calling the 16 spots. And now, as you know, I'm calling out a 19 spot, And we're just letting traders know, look, it's got the momentum. As long as it keeps breaking out the flags, there's short trapping here, breaks out. Um, every gap gets filled. You can see how it pushes. Then the gap gets filled. You buy it on the dip. Even if you bought the gap, so let's just say it pulled, right? You know it's going to gap fill, and then you set your stops at 17. That's your risk reward. So you would buy 200, 300 shares at 17.50. You risk 50 cents to 17, right? 40, 30, 40 cents. And then once it pops, I mean, you're in the money. It doesn't take much. And then you write it up or you just take money as you go. I mean, it's not that difficult to understand how to trade it. And you just have to understand it. And when you do, that's when you make your money in these kind of trades. And that's what we do really, really well here. And then you got to, unfortunately, you got those rooms that, and I do discuss it in my room because I think it's just a horrible way of using people. But you got these small cap rooms that make deals with their platforms and they get paid per trade, per click, and they encourage you to, play the short side of a move like this and buy tons of shares and then just try to scalp short 15, 20, 30 times. And it's to their benefit, not yours. And it's because they get paid per click. So every time and every trade round trip is two. So imagine that with the spread, how much they're making. I mean, it's what they do. And most of those small cap rooms do that. That's why they'll herd you in and use you. And when you broke, just they'll go out and get you again. But for us, we just, we go in. We're a little bit more slower, methodical. We'll go in with size. We'll take our 80 cents. We'll take our dollar. We'll take our 75 cents. We'll take our $2 move, and we'll just let it rip. And that's what we do. And it's really, really nice. Really, really nice. And I enjoy trading these type of trades in the room uh, for everyone. And today we had a couple of really nice plays today. Um, we had SGMO was a real winner today. I really enjoyed this one today. And again, in Awesome Calls Trading, it's all about the news. The news tells you which direction the stock will go. And so I'm going to show you our notes this morning. Okay, let's start with that. We made this our number one pick, and it was for a short, nothing more than a short. A short, 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 short. But before you could really go in there with decent size, I wanted to pop a little bit more at the open. Just let it pop through 12, 75, 13, scale in there, and the stock will fade to $12 and under. There's no question it's coming down. Okay, there's no question. Now, how do you know that? And how do you know that? How do you know that you every day you can come in here and be accurate to the pinpoint where a stock's going to go? How do you know that, AJ? Well, again, 16 years day trading, seeing the charts, getting comfortable each and every trade and idea, getting familiar with the stock, how it works, how it runs. And after 4 or 5 years of that, you start to elevate to a whole nother level of trading. Imagine 10 years, 12 years, 14 years. It took me literally 6 seconds to decide if SGMO was a short. It just all I had to do was read the headline. And it's gotten to the point now, I'm so good that I don't need to look at a chart. I just need to look at the headline. And that's really what I try to teach traders, the different side of day trading. Yeah, you could chart things out. You could have your VWAPs on and all of your channels and all your EMAs and everything all set up. But at the end of the day, what's really going to drive that stock down? Is it the chart? No, the sellers are going to drive it down. So why would the sellers drive it down? Not your chart and your lines. It's not driving it down. What's driving the stock down? Well, sellers and the news behind the move. So if the move doesn't just if you're up on the stock, you don't even need to be up there to begin with if the news is really crappy. So what's going to drive it down? It's just going to gap fill it back up, back down to where it should be. And that's where the news comes in. You can evaluate that news, you see through that news, you execute the trade. So let's do it together. Let's take your first one, SGMO. All right, SGMO. So here's the alert. You get up this morning, right? And here it is. See? Now, what do I teach the chat room? Number one, the longer the PR, the more bullshit it is. The longer the PR, so write this down. You mods in other rooms, write it down. You mods in other rooms. There's like 14 of you in here right now listening. Write it down. You can even record what I just said and then take my name out and put it in there so you can get credit. The more you come out, the more bullshit it is. Remember? Okay, now what's the other thing? What's the other thing? Can somebody look up at this headline? Okay? And can somebody look up and tell me what drives this stock to gap fill? Just looking at it. Okay? It says SGMO report update phase half results. Where's the short? Where's the short? Okay? There's two actual things that tell you a short, right? One, update. Okay. Who's giving the update? Who's giving the update? Did the FDA give the update? Did Pfizer give the update? Huh? No. Their own company gave the update. And then you got a phase half. What is a phase half? Are you kidding me right now? A phase half is just in your beginning stages. You're still a little baby, okay? You're still learning the game. You know, your drug is starting to, it might have just a little bit reaction, all right? But in reality, it's nothing. It's a short. So what do we do as day traders? Okay, as snipers, we come in here, we look at the gap up, we laugh, we look for a pop at the open. There's the pop at the open, ding, 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 scale in short, and take it down to 12 and under, and gap fill it. That's it. That's your trade. You don't need to trade Google and Amazon and Apple. Imagine you got a room pushing Apple and fucking Amazon all day. These $1,900 stocks, and Google's $12,000 stock, and Apple's 200, and yet your account isn't like your mods. Your account is your account. So let's say you have 10,000 to work with. What if you just short SGMO and just took 500 shares with what? What? $6,500 buying power, right? And you make $500. Wouldn't you have made more trading $500 worth with 1/10 of the buying power than trying to do an Apple call to make 40%, maybe 50%? You see my point? But these rooms, I'm sorry, they're just unseasoned. And because they're unseasoned, they don't trade these type of stocks. They won't even look for them. They'll stick to what they know. And that is not helping you as a trader to evolve. But when you're in here, you're evolving. You want to see our Apple call? You want to, like, I can't trade Apple? Apple was a no-brainer. All right, you want to see it? Here's Apple. Here's the call. I mean, I don't need to do a video on this. This is just a stock is gapping down, obviously, right? From the previous day. Why is it gapping down? Right? So first of all, it's gapping down. So let's find out. Let's read the wire. Apple. Why is it gapping down? Well, a company called Rosenblunt downgrades the stock. Okay, Rosenblunt. Okay, they wash my cars on Sunday. Okay, you see my point? Who are they? I mean, somebody get them a towel. I mean, have them start washing tables. They're nothing. They're nothing. They're a tier 4 firm. And they're going to come out and say, we think Apple's worth 150. That's like Bank of America saying Tesla's worth $85 still. Okay, nobody's going to listen to you. So, yeah, did it gap down? Yeah, probably because the market gapped it down, not because of Rosenblunt. So this stock isn't going to fade to 175. This is not a Goldman Sachs call or B of A or JP Morgan. This is Rosenbluth. Rosenbluth. All right, so all you got to do is just Let the stock collapse to 199 and under, scale in long, take it back up to 200. Next. God, how hard was that? Really? And they want to glorify that trade? Here, you want something to glorify? Check this out. Look at crowd. Look at this baby. See this? Okay. I come in this morning. All right. The IPO, it debuted, what, 90 days ago. So about 60 to 90 days after an IPO debuts, they underwrite it. All right. Everybody goes and underwrites it at the same time. Right? They happen every IPO that does this. Look at this morning. Jesus. Talk about waking up. Look at this. Are you crazy? From Oppenheimer, Bank of America, JP Morgan. Everyone had a price target. Everyone who's anybody in the business had a price target. I mean, you could pick any of them. Boom, 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 boom. Needham, Barclays, B of A, Credit Suisse, Jefferies, JMP Securities, Morgan Stanley. Do I need to go on? JP Morgan. So, I'm a professional day trader. I'm not a child. I'm a grown-ass man, 53 years old, been doing this business for 16 years. Okay? I don't get spooked by all this do. I just look. Okay, that's a 70, that's an 80, that's a 69, that's a 60, that's a 75, and JP Morgan's 100. Okay, so that's about, so if I take the 100 and I take the 60, that's a $75 stock. So I'm going to call the stock to 72. Done. Next. How long did it take me for that? You just watched me do it in 6 seconds. I mean, come on. You never seen that before? Oh, that's right, because you trade in a piece of shit chat room. And your guy's still trying to figure out, oh, what do I do? You want to see what we do? Go like this. Crowd. Okay. I like to see this pop it open to 70.72 if it does. Then short it. If this gap fills to $67, go long. I mean, that's the call. If it goes to $67, go long. There's nothing to do. Just go long. Don't argue. If you see anything 67 coming, go long. I've already set the price target. Yeah, I know. I got my stops there, boss. Yeah. And that's the trade. That's the trade. All right, you ready? Ding, 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 ding. Oh my God, where did it go? Oh my God, where did it go? Oh my God, it went to 67. Oh my God, how did you know? All I care about is long in the stock to 72. That's all I want to do. I want a long stock to 72. And okay, I'm out of Soli. It broke the flag, traders. It's all done. So if it curls back up, Mike, let me know. I'm keeping an eye on it, and I'll do bigger size and then nail it to the upside, and whatever little money I lost, I can get it back. So that's easy. All right, let me know. Okay, but see, so crowd. Now we want it to go to 71, 70. I think I put 70. Did I put 71? Oh, I put 70 to $72. Now, this is where the professional side kicks in. I really want you to understand this, and I mean this without any joking. A professional day trader will range the stock to make it make sense with the upgrades. Yeah, JP Morgan, I noted was 100. That does not mean the stock will go to 75, 80, 90, or 100. Okay? You have to be smart. You have to let your traders know this is where it's going to stop. And how do you know that? Crowd hasn't been around for 10, 15 years. How do you know that, AJ? Because I've been doing this for so damn long that I can range each trade and each idea. Okay? Crowd might be worth 100 in JP Morgan's eyes, but as a day trade, and a day trade only, what we're looking for is a simple move to 70, between 70 and $72. So that's telling the traders, like, if it hits 67, I'm assuring you 3 or 4 points on the trade. You have my word on that. Just do it the way I tell you and don't argue, don't fight me, and I promise you, you'll get your money. All right? Just don't do it your way. Do it my way, not your way. Okay? And you want to be careful too, because a lot of times traders will do this. They'll take the trade and then they'll start in certain chat rooms, they'll go, oh, the stock has room to 80. Stock has room to 81.40. And stock has room to 92.70. It's like, would you stop? Stop. All right? Chill. Look at the call, relax, and just take what it gives you. Right? Because you have a new trader that might be in that room going, well, should I take it here? Well, the guy just said it could go to 77. And so then you're holding, and guess what happens? The stock gives all the way back. And you just lost because you looked at a trader saying, well, it has range to. Okay, chill. All right. This is your money, not his. All right. So you take what it gives you. For me, I traded this 3 or 4 times in the room. And each time I traded it, I gave an entry and an exit, entry and an exit, entry and an exit. And I nailed it each time. I loved it. Okay. And look where it went, 70 to 72. Dead on. And then it collapsed. Isn't that really cool? I'm going to show you another one. ITCI. All right, you ready? Now, this one I felt was a short. All right, this is a bio play now. So I'm going to teach you this one. All right, this is something you don't know in the bio business. You know, it's funny. There's bio chat rooms out there that charge you $300-$400 to be in their room. And here, this is part of the regimen. I mean, bios is what I do. Between IPOs and bios, that's how I built my reputation. Right? So bios, I know. I want you to look at the call. Let's start with the call. Phase 3 miss. That's what I read. All right. I like to see this sell off to $10 today and under. That's the trade. Stock's sitting at what, 12.50 in pre-market? And I'm telling you, I'm not predicting. I'm not maybe or it could be. Does that say that here? Oh, it could be. It could fade. There is not a fucking word that says could in this sentence. I'm predicting. Maybe. If I use a maybe in my sentence, fire me. All right. Go to one of my copycat rooms. All right. No, this is a short to 10 and under. That's it. That's your call. How do you know? It's in the news. News tells you everything. All right. So you punch it up. ITCI. Here it is. ITCI. Da, 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 da. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Can somebody tell me what told me to short the stock? That there is no long in the stock. What in the headline tells me this is a short? Okay. It's 2 words. All right. It's actually a number and a word. Okay. Bipolar drug meets targets in phase 3 trial, phase and second trial. All I have to look at is phase 3 and fails. That's it. 2 seconds short. Next. I just need to know what the stock was trading in pre-market. This is a $10 stock. In phase 3, on a second trial or first trial, if you miss, you're fucked. All right? Because you're losing confidence of the investors. You've made it this far, and yet now you're failing. You cannot have any fails at that. If both of them failed, this is a $6 stock, maybe even a 3. But today, because I gave them credit for one phase, they did okay. But the second one trial, they they failed, and that will cause the stock to come down. So I give it a price target of $10. And there you go. $10. Bam. Then you can grind it out. See how easy that was? Huh? You've never done this stuff before, I know. It's okay. You're learning. Here, I'll give you another one. You never even heard of this stock before, have you? It's called INCP. You've never heard of it. None of you never traded this before. You don't even know what this is. Does anybody even know what it is? I do. Okay. So it's a medical device company, but the insurer decided, I believe, what insurance company decided to add this to their insurance. Okay, that, my friends, is huge. All right. UNH has decided to add coverage for their Coke Inspire therapy. This is amazing news. So amazing that if this stock, okay, I want you to see how I wrote this. If this stock pulls at open to 65 and gap fills, the stock will walk up to 69.70. There is no question. Okay? If this hits 65, long it to the upside, and the stock will hit 69.70. How do I know that? I'm a professional day trader, 16 years. I cannot stress that enough. This is why other rooms will not play a stock like this. They have absolutely no clue how to read the news, how to interpret it, where the stock would go. So again, let's do MU, let's do Apple, let's do Google, let's do the predictability stocks. Okay? Not in awesome calls. I don't want you to just do that. That's just part of the trading game. I want you to know it all. I want you to feel what it's like. So I want you to understand and trade the news, the event, because that's where you make your money. Now I want you to see how it played out. Remember the key words, 65 to 69.70. Are you ready? Here we go. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. The stock pulled to what? 65.92. See the 65 area? Now, where did we say the stock will go? Within 20, 25 minutes of the opening bell, the stock hit almost $70 a share. You can't find that trade anywhere else. If you took 200 shares, you made 4 points, $800 in 20 minutes of work. With what, 14,000 buying power? It was right there. All you had to do was execute the trade. Do you believe that? I do. I'm the one that wrote it. You know what? I'm thinking, Mike. I'm thinking Soli might have one more run in it. I might run a risk. I don't know. I'm chasing it now. It's 1704, 1707 now. Yeah, I was gonna pull the trigger at 1680. I got preoccupied. Darn it. Anyway, it looks like it wants to make that move up here to 50 and then make another move. It's not done yet. You see how it didn't break the flag, boss? See how it didn't bust through? God, I want that so bad. I'm chasing it here, though. I'd be foolish to buy it here. Fuck. Anyway, I had stops at 17. I had to respect them. Anyway, so that was that trade. All right, and then I'll give you one more. What do you want? What do you want? I'll give you something fun. Want something fun? I'm going to give you a crazy stock. Well, let me give you this one. CPA. This morning, I had all my lists, and on Friday, I believe Janny had been playing this, and because he had this up this morning in pre-market, and I didn't even actually see it until I saw his chart in the morning. And I went, "Oh, that's a trade, huh?" And when I went to TD and I punched it up, it literally showed this, but on the screen. So I thought, well, damn, this must have made a move or something. So the way I wrote it up was I would go short at 103, 104 and take it down to 100. I mean, I didn't realize this. Don't laugh at me, but I didn't realize this was the day before. And just based on how I looked at it, I'm like, oh, well, that's a short to 100. Well, that's going to fill up that gap right there. And so that's it's kind of funny, but it worked. I mean, I was kind of like, hey, this is going to short this to 100. And there it is. That's it. And if it moves to the upside, scale in short. The higher it goes, the more the pop, the more you're going to get your 100. And that was the call. I mean, it was interesting because, and look where it hit 100. He hit right there. $100.05. Here, there's your nickel. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. You know what? I want to give you a crazy one. This one was crazy. This is called as. I'm not making this shit up. It's called as. All right. It's jazz without the J. It's called as. This was crazy. They had reaffirmed their numbers, and the stock was. Look at this. Some the market makers were really playing a game here, right? And so when I looked at it, I was just like, "What is this?" So I called for a long to go to 44, and then maybe a sell-off. But when it opened, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. It just flew to 48. So it turned out really was just about of a short around the 50 area. This is the craziest stock I've ever seen. I mean, you reaffirm guidance, you gap down. Um, it really was crazy. Anyway, and FFIV. This was another one. This is my winner today. Besides Soli, I did really good on this trade. Goldman Sachs came out with a downgrade. One thing you have to understand about Goldman Sachs is the funnest trades to trade. They are so fun to trade. Hands down, Goldman Sachs. I love them. When they downgrade a stock to sell, it's a buy. All right. For a day trade, it's a buy. Buy, 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 buy. You just buy it. All right. You mods from other rooms, listen to what I'm telling you. All right. Write it down so you sound smart next time. If it's a Goldman Sachs downgrade, this shit is a long. You got to understand how it works at Goldman. All right. So this morning, I want you to look at this. There was no market makers, none on the stock, none. See, he was blank. He was sitting up here. You know what I said? Watch the stock open up at 140 and under. As soon as it hits, long the stock. How do I know that? How do I know that? Hey, one of the mods is, could you not do that? Because I'm screen sharing, please. Thank you. One of the mods. Okay, no. So what this does, you see the pull? So I predicted before the market even opened that the stock would pull to 140 and under. From there, it would pop. I was trying like hell to get this thing to 143, 144, but it actually compensated because it pulled to 138, 139. I went long, and boom, I just got paid. And it didn't take much, a couple hundred shares. It was such a fun trade. And if you look, it's heading up. It's taken its time to get to 144, but that's how Goldman works. You don't short the stock. If this had gap filled, yes, you short it and you could short swing it. But this is why it hasn't come down all day long. And it won't. It's down too much. So it's got a gap fill a little bit for the next few days. And that's why we called it. And if you want to look how I wrote it up, before the market even opened, I put it right here. No market makers on it. Wait for the open. I think 144 and under, we gap filled back to 146. Then an all-day fader to the upside. Should get easy. I was like, this thing will probably open it. I figured we'd go back up to 144, but look how it just opened up. And the more it pulled, the better the trade. It was like Christmas in act this morning on that trade alone. And I love, 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 love these because these are like guaranteed paychecks for me because I know where the stock's going to go. And I hope in these lessons that you too can feel where the stock's going to go. I mean, you understand it. That's why I talk about it so in depth. Like, look, you got to see through the trade, see through the upgrade, see through who the analyst is, see the trade itself, look at the gap down, look at the volume, look at everything. And pretty soon this is going to become second nature to you. And you're going to be so amazing once you start to really understand how this market works. And that's why we have this great room. That's why we do these recaps to not just entertain you, but to teach you. And that's really what it's about. Okay. Anyway, that's our webinar today. And I want to say thank you so much for being a part of it. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to be a part of our great room, all you do is go to any of our links. You can even go to the pre-market plan and click right there. Boom. And you're all set. So again, thank you for being a part of this great room. I will see you tomorrow. We'll do this all over again. Today, the chat room gave me a 90% accuracy today stamp. So thank you very much. I felt like I earned it. I try to do 100, but that's just not easy. So, and hopefully I'll be at 95, 97% tomorrow. All right. Take care. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.